There's a place, long forgotten by time, where the screams of the lost still echo in the walls. Hollow Pines Asylum, an institution meant to heal the broken, became a prison for the cursed. Our story begins when a group of urban explorers, led by Claire, a skeptic, and her brother David, a believer in the paranormal. They've come to document the asylum for their YouTube channel. Convinced that it's all just local legend, the group stands at the entrance, flashlights in hand, casting jittery beams in the thickening fog. They joke nervously, but the asylum looms, its dark windows watching them like dead eyes. As they enter the asylum, the air grows colder, the temperature dropping suddenly. Their breath fogs in front of them, and the whispers return. Faint, indistinct murmurs, coming from everywhere and nowhere at once. Claire brushes it off as wind whistling through the broken windows, but David is already uneasy. They thought it would be a night of fun, just another spooky adventure. But Hollow Pines had secrets. Secrets it didn't want to stay buried. The group splits up to cover more ground, and the tension builds as the silence is broken only by the creaking of old floorboards and the occasional shuffling of debris. Each step seems louder, echoing through the desolate halls. The whispers intensify as they venture deeper into the asylum, growing clearer, as if voices from beyond are trying to communicate. In one room, Claire finds an old patient log. The name at the top catches her eye: Eleanor Rose, patient 13. Suddenly, Claire hears a giggle, childlike yet wrong. She spins around, her flashlight flickering, but there's no one there, only darkness and the whispering. Closer now. On the other side, David, exploring the lower levels, hears the unmistakable sound of footsteps behind him. He turns, heart pounding, but the corridor is empty. His flashlight flickers, casting erratic shadows along the walls. A door at the far end creaks slightly open, revealing nothing but inky blackness beyond. Against his better judgment, David approaches. His hand trembles as he reaches for the slightly open door, but as soon as he touches it, the whispers stop. Abrupt, as if the asylum itself is holding its breath. Then, without warning, the door slams shut with a deafening bang. David stumbles back, fear rising as the whispers return, louder and more frenzied. This time they sound like frantic pleas, overlapping and desperate. Suddenly, he feels a cold breath on the back of his neck. He spins around, but there's no one there, only a mirror on the opposite wall. And in the mirror's reflection, he sees a figure standing right behind him. Pale, eyes hollow, whispering something he can't understand. Back with Claire, she and the rest of the group hear a crash from upstairs. They rush to investigate, only to find David's camera lying abandoned on the floor, its lens cracked. There's no sign of him, just the overwhelming sense that something is very, very wrong. The whispers are now deafening. The group, panicked, tries to leave, but the asylum seems to twist around them, the hallways stretching unnaturally long. The exit is always just out of reach. Claire's flashlight flickers, then dies completely. In the darkness, they hear the sound of a door creaking slightly open, followed by the unmistakable sound of David's voice calling for help. But it's not right. His voice is too calm, too monotone, as if it's not really him. The group hesitates, knowing something is terribly off, but Claire rushes toward the voice. Following the voice, the group enters a large, dilapidated room, the asylum's old operating theater. In the center of the room is an operating table, rusted and stained with time. David stands in the middle of the room, his back to them, whispering something under his breath. As Claire approaches, David slowly turns, revealing his face. Pale, lifeless, his eyes blackened, his lips moving in a continuous stream of whispers. He steps toward her, and the whispers grow louder, more chaotic. Suddenly, the shadows in the room seem to come alive, swirling around David. They take on twisted, humanoid forms, their mouths open in silent screams. One by one, they begin to close in on the group. The shadows consume the group, one by one, their screams muffled by the asylum's relentless whispers. Claire is the last to go, her flashlight falling from her hand as the darkness surrounds her. In her final moments, she hears the faint voice of a child whispering, "You shouldn't have come. We told you not to listen." The asylum, still and silent once more, the fog thickening around its decaying walls. The whispers have stopped, but the building looms, waiting for its next visitors. Some places were never meant to be found, and some secrets were never meant to be heard. If you enjoy the video and want more creepy stories, please hit like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. That's all for today. Thank you, and have a nice day.